Welcome to today's tech tip for capping using command. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for all your support and all your sweet messages and cards. Uh, I'm just so grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to build a smart plan for a Facebook ad that you're running and how to connect with those Facebook leads, because once they start pouring in, it can be really tough to keep up with the number of calls. I have over 300 leads right now that I'm just working my way through to make the calls, but as I'm working through it, they're getting text messages and being followed up with consistently over the course of 2 weeks. So as I make my way through my pile of leads, they're still being texted and contacted by what looks like a real person. So we're going to start over here in Smart Plans. And I'm also going to go ahead and open up a link that I've shared with you guys, this capping using command resources. I will post the link to this folder on this post so that you have it, and I would just bookmark it and use it as, as a resource for you guys. There's a bunch of neat little things in here for my class. So we're going to be working off of this Facebook Smart Plan campaign. This is developed by another agent, and I've been using it, and it's brought me a lot of success, so highly recommend it. We're going to go into my Smart Plans, and when you come into the My Smart Plans page, you can move Smart Plans that are created by KWRI from your library into your Smart Plans. These referral plans, opportunity plans, and listing plans are not available yet, but when they are, it's going to be pretty amazing. So just be patient. Every day they roll out with something new, so it's really exciting stuff. So when I run a Facebook campaign for a listing, I am going to create a smart plan that is going to be complementary to my Facebook ad. So right now, and it's been running really slow today. So right now I'm running an ad for my my listing in Ellesmere, Kentucky. And so I have an Ellesmere plan over here, my Facebook ad smart plan, Ellesmere, Kentucky. But you can create a smart plan for any area. I'm going to go ahead and create one for Finneytown because I may have an upcoming listing in Finneytown. So I'm going to go here to create, and I'm going to call this Finneytown Facebook Smart Plan. Okay, you can name it whatever you want. That's just the easiest way for me to find it. Okay, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and you'll start to understand why you have to have one that's neighborhood specific once we get further along in the plan. So we're going to start with step number 1. And all I'm going to do, and this does not copy and paste well from Dropbox, so I would recommend coming over here, clicking on the More button, and hitting Download. And from the PDF, you can copy and paste pretty easily. So step number 1 is to send a text message. So all I'm going to do is copy and paste this verbiage. And so my campaign's pulled up, but you can't see them, so I'm over it. So step number 1 is to send a text message. So I'm going to click here to send a text message. Remember, smart plans are a way to dump people into a template of different touches or steps. And so I can take like a group of 5 people that all 5 of them get the same text message, and then they're put on a plan. And depending on how you set up the plan, they'll be touched in that way, okay? So right now, this smart plan only has 1 step, and it's that they'll get a text message. So you can make a 1-step smart plan. let's say you want to blast out your entire database and get updated information or get birthdays or whatever, you can create an email step that says, hey, fill out my Google form. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Google Forms, you need to go watch that video in the same group. Just type in Google Forms in the search box in the group, and you'll find that video. Very, very helpful stuff. Okay, so you can hit send an email, and you can just dump your entire database on this smart plan, and they'll get that one email. So that's a way to be the workaround for email campaigns. So we're gonna start by sending this this text message, and I'm just gonna come here and I'm going to paste. Okay, one thing that KWRI changed recently is this. It's not just type text. We're gonna have to go through and delete these little markers, the contact first name, and add them from these merge fields. What this does is it pulls the contact's first name into that text message, and it says, hi, Alex, hi, Floor, thanks for taking a look at the homes I put on Facebook. So if you dump 13 people into this smart plan, it's gonna come out personalized because of that block. So I'm gonna put, this is Floor with Keller Williams. I realize you might not be ready to make a move just yet, but are there any questions you might have or neighborhoods you'd like more information on that I could email you? Is contact email, and it's gonna pull their email from their contact card. The best place for that, or is text better? I'm just working on formatting here to make sure it looks nice and pretty. That's all good. And then I'm gonna click save. One thing that I like to add in here is this is Floor with Keller Williams and De Maria Homes. I like to put in my team name there. Then I'm gonna click save. And so that's all good. I also like to collapse my steps so it doesn't get all cluttered on here when I'm building my smart plans. So step number 2 is to set a delay for 1 day. So I'll click here, set a delay for 1 day. I'll hit save, and then I'll collapse that. So we've got steps 1 and 2 done. Step number 3 is to send an email with the subject, thank you. So I'm gonna copy this, come back here, and I'm gonna click send email. And it's just gonna be a simple email with the subject, thank you. And then I'm gonna paste this into the email box. And then I'm gonna take this out once again because it won't merge if you don't put in these merge blocks. At least I don't think so. I'd rather not take the risk. I don't want them to get an email that says, hi, contact first name. I want it to say, hi, Alex, or hi, Floor. I texted you yesterday about the homes you looked at that I put on Facebook, but I wasn't sure if I had the right number, and this I needs to be capitalized. Is contact phone a good phone number? So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to click up here. Your merge fields are up at the top. I'm going to put contact phone. Thank you for looking at the homes, by the way. Are there any questions you might have or neighborhoods you'd like more information on that I could email or text you? So then I'm going to put my signature. That looks obnoxious. I'm going to put my phone number here. And that's good to go. And then I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to collapse it. And one thing that I like to add on here that's not on Nick Baldwin's plan is a phone call the same day that they get this email. Just because I like phone calls. I called one of these leads today right after they got this email, and she converted right away. Whereas if I would have just let the smart plan lapse, maybe she's not a text message person. So I have started adding this step here. So call, contact first name, then I'll put a space, contact last name as part of Facebook Smart Plan. Okay. And then I'm going to put that it's due today, and I'm going to click save. So this is just an additional step that I put here. So step number 3, email and a call that same day. Okay, then I'm going to collapse that. So now I have a text, 1 day delay, an email, and I'm making a call on the same day that they're getting the email. And then step number 4, set delay for 1 day. So I'm going to come here, click set delay for 1 day, collapse that. After hitting save, I didn't hit save. Save that. And then step number 5 is send an SMS MMS. And then we're just going to grab that. And this is when it gets fun. So we're going to send a text. And we're going to paste it in here. So, hey again, contact first name. Okay, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put in the first name. I know this gets repetitive, but I want to make sure that you guys are getting everything here. I wanted to send you some info on a neighborhood in blank that you might like called blank. Okay, so what can you put in there? First of all, we're going to pull up our cincinnatihomes.kw.com, and I'm going to look up Finneytown. Okay, so as you can see, Finneytown seems to have a lot of little neighborhoods, right? So within Finneytown, like Finneytown South, there's main Finneytown. There's this little block right here called Central Park, which is a condominium community. So I can grab this, right? So we can, since it's going to be a listing in Finneytown, I can put, I wanted to send you some info on a neighborhood in Finneytown you may like called Central Park. Okay, so they clicked on an ad for a listing, and I'll do a video on how to create that that ad, by the way, on a listing in Finneytown. And now you're saying, hey, I know you were interested in these homes because you clicked on it. There's another neighborhood within Finneytown that I think you might find interesting, and it's called Central Park. So literally all you do is you pull up the map here. Like, let's say we had a listing in Springdale, and we just zoom in until the little blue neighborhood lines start popping up, and boom, you start getting little neighborhoods within Springdale, like Grandin, like Princeton Pike. So that's how you find a neighborhood within a city. So we're back over here in Finneytown, and we have our Central Park neighborhood. Okay, we're gonna click on this neighborhood here, and that's gonna take us to a neighborhood snapshot. So it shows them how many homes for sale, how many are pending, what the average home price is, what locals say, all this really neat neighborhood information, including schools and nearby listings as well. All the while they're on my page. This is Dave Maria Homes. All right, so if they click on this link, they're going to be trapped in my little world, and I think that's just the coolest thing. So I wanted to send you some information on a neighborhood in Finneytown you may like called Central Park. I thought you might like to see what's going on there market-wise, and the neighborhood snapshot link, and that's this link right here. Okay, and so that you don't put this long, obnoxious URL in there, you can go to bit.ly, bit.ly, and you can shorten your link here. Okay, so I'm going to grab it from here, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to come back here to bit.ly, and I'm going to shorten it by hitting paste and shorten. And then I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to bring it back here, and I'm going to paste it. So now you've given them information about a specific part of the neighborhood that they clicked the listing for. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to click save. I'm going to collapse that and then go to my next step. Now it's set delay for 2 days. So now they've gotten a text, it waited a day, it sent an email, you called them, waited a day, now it sent a text message. Now, important to note, if you have a conversation with somebody on this day, on day 4 or day 2, step 4, you're going to unsubscribe them from the smart plan. Okay, very important. Like, you don't want to reveal that this is automated, or at least I don't. Maybe it's not part of your business model, but if I'm having a conversation with them, like I had a conversation, really good conversation with a lead today, and she said, you know what, I am interested in finding out more information about how to get it pre-approved. Why am I going to be sending her more information trying to find out if she wants my help? Like, she obviously wants my help. So the way that you would do that is by going into, you're going to be in the contact card when you're making the call, right? Let me see if I can find her. So she's here. All right. So she came in as a Facebook lead. I subscribed her immediately to the Ellesmere, Kentucky Smart Plan. And it tells me where I got that lead from, which ad I got her from. It sent her this text message. It sent her the email. It sent her this text message again today. And then I called her as I'm catching up with my calls. And she said she's interested in starting the pre-approval process. We'll send email with Jennifer's information to get her started. And then I immediately unsubscribed her from the smart plan. And the way that you do that is you go to the smart plans, and there's going to be a little delete button over here on the side. Let me see if I can pull one up. So it's going to be a little unsubscribe button. You just click on that and remove her from that plan. Okay, just a little segue there. So if they answer the phone, unsubscribe them from the smart plan. All right, so we set a delay for 2 days. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, so we sent the text message. Now we're going to set a delay for 2 days. Okay, we're going to hit save. We're going to collapse. And now we're going to send another text message here. I hope I'm not being a pest. Copy, send text message, and paste. Again, we're going to do these same steps. Just making sure, yep. So that's the neighborhood snapshot. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put in contact first name. Okay, and then I'm going to hit save. I'm going to collapse this. Go back here, and then it says set delay for 1 day. Hit save and collapse. And then this is another really cool one. This is another text message that says, hey, I didn't hear back, and so I'm going to send you some price reductions and add a link. So how do you do that, and how does it auto update, and how does it grab the price reductions? It's really cool. So you want to go here, let's add the SMS MMS, paste it in, change out our little guys. These are the homes in Finneytown that have been reduced in the past 7 days that may be more negotiable than newer listings. Okay, so now we're going to go back to my main page, my cincinnatihomes.kw.com. I'm going to search for Finneytown, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm going to click here. Okay, and then I'm going to go for sale, active or coming soon. And then I'm going to click here on more, scroll down, and toggle this on. So price reduced in the last 7 days. Okay, this URL up here is an auto updating link, right? Because all it says is, hey, for this neighborhood, Finneytown, coming soon and active, okay, equals true, and price reduced is true. So this is already preset our filters. So we're going to cut this. We're going to paste it into Bitly. We're going to shorten it and we're going to copy it. So now when they click on here, they're going to get only the price reduced listings in Finneytown on your website that auto updates. And there's a really cool way to use that kind of link for a Facebook ad, and I can do a video on that as well. There's so much stuff you can do in here. It's awesome. Okay, so that's day 6. And then day 7, you're going to take the same verbiage from your last text message and put it into an email. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to copy it, collapse it here, and then let me see what the delay is here. One day delay. So I'm going to go back here, set delay, collapse that, and then I'm going to send an email that says Finneytown price reductions. And I'm going to paste that email in here. And then I can personalize it by saying, hey, contact first name. I don't know why it's not letting me write a comma. There we go. And I put my signature in here. Flor de Maria McNally, Realtor, 513-227-3870. Then I'm going to click Save. And I'm going to collapse that. And then go back to my smart plan here. And it says set delay for 2 days. Save and collapse. And then I'm going to send one last text message talking about Keller Mortgage. Okay. And then I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to click up, then I'm going to hit save up here, and now I have a smart plan that's customized for Finneytown. So when all my leads start rolling in for my Finneytown listing, I already have a place to put my people. And if you don't know the steps to take after you get a Facebook lead, then watch my video from yesterday. So what is that? From May 11th. And check out a system that you can rip off and duplicate if you don't already have one, and then you can just tweak it to make it your own. That's it for today, guys. I hope that was super helpful. Love you guys. Show some support for your girl, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky. What up?